Well, you guys did mention Will Smith, and I just saw something recently that said I Am Legend is going to have a sequel starring Will Smith and Michael B. Jordan.
How?
I don't know, and we're gonna find out right now because somebody's
he
gonna
dies
look it
at
up.
the end.
I don't
right?
even
Yeah.
remember that number one. So spoiler alert.
He does in the
Well,
book.
Michael B.
at
Jordan
minimum.
pitched it to him. Will Smith rejected it.
Well,
Well, he rejected it before hearing his pitch.
so maybe I'm wrong.
And then Michael
And
B.
this-
Jordan pitched it himself, and it convinced Will Smith to do it.
So here we are. Also,
think-
isn't it based on a book? So how do you make a sequel to a book that doesn't exist or a
Well-
story that doesn't exist? I find that odd.
Well, the story does. It's a sequel to a story that does exist. It's just the sequel doesn't exist.
Well, that's
to the
what I
best
meant.
of my knowledge. But like, I don't know. That shit happens. Like we talked about it a couple weeks ago. They're doing a prequel to Beauty and the Beast. Like you're allowed to do things like that.
Prequel, I feel like you're allowed to do, but a continuation to a story, that's like doing.
The weird thing is like it would be, and I don't know why they would do this, but like it'd be one thing if it was just another thing in a similar universe or in the same universe. Like, oh, this is all the same build up and events are happening, but we're in the same, so we don't have to do all the big backstory. We don't have to tell you like all the details that we had to in the first one because you already know them.
It kind of sounds like that, but it's super hushed. Like they didn't say anything about what it's going to be.
Yeah, but like I can't. Will Smith can only be in it in like flashbacks. I mean, he's dead.
Maybe. I guess that make. Honestly, I don't remember him dying, but I haven't seen
Well,
the movie.
he's supposed to die. He dies in the book.
Is it implied or you see him die?
Well, you read about it,
No,
but
I'm saying
no, I think if I remember in the movie, at least maybe it was like a cut scene. Maybe it was like the alternate ending, because at the end of the book, he like, if I remember, he's captured and like by these like things, the zombie-esque things, and he
Yeah.
realizes that like they're not the brainless zombies that he thought they were, that like, you know, we typically see in film and whatnot. They actually have like they communicate, they have like culture, and basically what's where the title comes from, I Am Legend, is his realization that he is the great like monster to them, because like he's killing them all like throughout the
so
movie,
he's
throughout the book.
the bad guy.
He is the legend.
Well,
Like and then he dies like in their something, in their prison or something. I don't remember.
I thought he
exactly.
died in the book.
He does die in the book. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm describing in the book.
In the
then the-
movie, didn't he throw a grenade or something?
I thought he sacrificed himself.
I don't remember if they showed it, but I'm with you. I think that's what it was. I'm pretty sure he blew himself up with a grenade.
All I can think of is maybe that was like the ending of the director's cut, and it was just the better ending, and that's why I remember it.
So maybe they can kind of get away with it if it's just the director's cut.
Yeah, if it's not the canon of the movie.
I mean, I guess I'm sure you can still find a way to.
Well, that's what it says. The article is basically saying Will Smith did an interview about it, but it says that it's basically saying that Will Smith was like, I'm not going to touch that one because like there's no way to do
How
it.
long ago did he say that though?
Well, the interview was just recently. It was about this. It was about the sequel, and he was saying that he wasn't going to touch it. Like that was one he wasn't going to do. And then Michael B. Jordan was like, "Well, no, this is a really good idea," and it sold him. But he's not saying anything about it at all.
It sounds like
Like,
I'm going to
there's
be
no
perfectly
details.
honest. The last movie that we saw Michael B. Jordan in was that Amazon movie that we did a review on, and
Ugh.
that was terrible.
Yeah, it was bad.
I don't see this being any better. Be
Does Michael
perfectly
B.
honest.
Jordan like just not want to be
a star?
a
Yes.
sequel character? Like he seems to be like his big breaks, like minus Black Panther, obviously, but like the whole Creed series, it's just all like Rocky but modernized, and now it's gonna be like, what if I'm just the next guy down the line in I Am Legend?
I mean, the Creed thing is cool. Like,
no, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying
he
like
looks like Apollo. Like
it seems like a trend.
I think he's just trying. I think he just wants to be like a creator and a producer because he did.
Didn't he produce the Amazon thing, or did I make that up?
I'm not
could be
sure,
wrong.
but
I might be making that up.
he had a big part in Raising Dion,
Right. He did have a big part in that.
and he wasn't even in it this season that I watched. Like I didn't watch the first season.
I don't think he was in it at all. I think he just produced
No, he
it.
was.
And
He played the dad because he was in a few.
Oh.
Like they did like flashback scenes to season 1 or some shit.
You know what I think he needs to do?
What?
He needs to be in the next Fast and Furious movie.
Ooh.
He needs to be the villain.
Easily. He's proven that he can play a good villain.
Yeah.
Like, and they don't need a complicated villain, but if they, for the first time in the franchise history, right, just not an objectively evil person, let's give it to Michael B. Jordan. He can do it.
I think that would be a step down for him. I know you're kidding, but I also...
No, Fast and Furious movies are amazing.
I think he'd be good at them.
I think they're great movies, even though I think you're being sarcastic.
No, I'm not being sarcastic.
Honestly,
I don't think they're bad, but I do
stopped
think that
after Tokyo Drift.
Oh, you gotta keep going after Tokyo Drift.
Number 5 is my favorite. When
It's
they
like-
find
I
out that
couldn't
Michelle
do it with
Rodriguez is still
no,
alive, fucking my mind was exploded.
I don't know. I
That
couldn't.
shit
I
was
couldn't
so
do
good.
it.
No one ever actually dies in the Fast and the Furious movies.
Well, after that, it was like, okay, if they bring anybody else back, this is ridiculous.
You know who actually died though?
They
fucking
brought
Justice
the
for
Tokyo
Han.
Drift back. Yeah.
You know who actually died though?
Emilio Delgado, rest in peace.
But somehow that's Jess. Somehow they still brought him back, so he didn't actually die either. Because
I do remember that because
they had his brother play him. But they had his brother play him just so they could have him say like, "I'm a family man now," and then like be done. Yeah. Like he's just like raising his kids somewhere else, and like he's the one person.
his wife is out of a job now because there's no reason for her to be there if the husband's not there, so she
I
hasn't
have
been in
such
any of the
issues
movies.
with that though. Like that's like every time a movie does that, I can't watch it. Like I don't like Transformers 2 because it wasn't the same characters. Like if there's a sequel and it's not the same characters, I can't really get behind it.
I think it's a little different though. This is
Transformers 2. I thought
he
was
yeah,
still Shia.
It's Shia LaBeouf, but Megan Fox isn't in it. It's a new girl, and the same thing. Like I'm gonna
but
say,
it's not supposed to be her. It's not supposed to be Megan Fox's character. It's supposed to be somebody completely different. Which also I hated as well because it just made no sense. We just watched an entire movie to fall in love with Megan Fox, and then they switched it up and got this girl that's way less attractive than Megan Fox.
But like, how old is Shia supposed to be in those movies?
teenager,
Right.
I think.
Yeah, that shit happens all the time in like high school, early college. It's just like, oh, I fucking love this person. Then like 2 weeks later, you're like, actually, I don't.
Well, I guess that's
Like,
true. I guess I just
That
haven't
feels
like.
realistic to me.
Yeah, but then when it's weird when they like try to like half-ass explain it and then like just go on to the next. Oh, she moved away with her mom.
Yeah,
Like,
they
I
did
don't
it
know.
in Agent Cody Banks too. I think it's also different where like the whole plot is basically about that person. And I know Transformers like wasn't about Megan Fox, but it was. Like he was chasing after Megan Fox the whole movie.
But I don't think she was. The plan was to have her in the next one. That's when the whole beef with her and
Malcolm Gladwell.
No,
yeah. Anyway, so wait, what? How did we finish the Ryan Coogler thing?
No, we've just been.
I totally thought we did because we're on
No.
Michael B. Jordan.
It's
No,
all right.
we went from.
It's okay.
He like got accused of rob. Not even accused. He got taken out in custody from a bank because a teller thought he was going to rob it, and then we didn't actually touch on that part of it. We just kind of started talking about how this happened, and then we were like,
"That's a clip, baby."
Ryan Coogler. He might not be all that recognizable anyway, and then we just went down that path for like the next 20 minutes.
Well, that's the clip. R.I.P. Ryan Coogler.
No.